first, Lily.
Sure. I saw, I saw it in a particular order, but the first thing I saw was so it was below the surface of blades of grass, so it was very small, and these blades of grass in particular were in the shape of a rose, and there was water. So I'm looking at like this. It's out in front of me, and it's huge because I'm low into the ground and I'm at that level. So I'm looking at the rose. So it's a huge rose of grass, and there's of course there's other grass around it, but in front of it is like this water and this boat that's like a leaf. But inside the boat there's this crane, like a Chinese crane, and he has like a guitar. And he's playing with it, but then he kind of floats past this rose, and then he takes the guitar by...
You mean crane is a white bird?
I'll show you, because I looked it up right away.
I know what crane is.
What do you want to know? What are you asking?
Bird is a white color crane?
It's white and black.
Oh, white and black, okay.
Anyway, he takes the guitar by the... neck, and he starts to smash against the rose, but he can't get to it. He's not smashing the rose, he's smashing what's keeping him from the rose, which is an invisible barrier. And so he hits it and hits it and hits it, and finally the glass or whatever that was breaks off, which enables him to reach in and grab these petals off of... There were petals, though, because it was made of grass. But it was in the shape of a rose. So he's grabbing the petals or blades of grass, and as he's picking it off, it's almost like an artichoke or something, how you pick it off. When it's ready, it can be picked off. Anyway, and on the very edges of it were these little roots. So he had his arm out, and he picked quite a few off, and he gathered them into his arm. And then he went, and at this point I saw the water. And the water, although it looked still, it wasn't stagnant water, it just was still water, because if you looked off, you could see that after this area, you could see that it went off into a river, like there were rocks, so it began to have like a current and a little... But this particular space was still. Anyway, and so he took each of these pieces and planted it in the water. It reminded me of almost like what a rice field would look like. Not really, but you could plant there and something could grow.
Grow there.
And so at that point, after he started planting those, a couple things happened. Once they were established and planted, they actually rooted out, and then I was able to kind of see the view outside of it, and it became a corn stalk. And I noticed that it was like a well manicured lawn. The Lord was showing me that the lawn had been mowed, and it caused a drying at the tip. I don't know if you've seen how lawns get mowed. It looks really pretty and green from far away, but if you were to look at it, you can see that it was cut. So and then it starts to dry off and die at the top. And even though the mower came and was able to kind of manicure this beautiful lawn or whatever, it didn't touch the rose shape. I don't think it could get to it in a sense. It was lower down maybe.
Okay.
So it never got cut. But all the other pieces got cut. And then anyway, and so these pieces that were planted by this crane were shot up into corn stalks. That was all I saw.
Wow. Understanding?
Well, I think the crane is you, because I looked up what that crane meant, and it was interesting. In Asian culture or whatever, if that makes any sense. Not, I mean, the mythology or whatever. But it was interesting because it says the cranes have a spiritual meaning where they are a form of a divine bird which travels in between heaven and man's world.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway. Plus, he had one of those hats on.
What had to do with the hats? Well, no plus for me there.
Uh-huh.
I don't have hats.
I know.
I don't wear hats.
But those people who... Never mind. who work in the fields do. Anyway, so...
The two cranes we're a good bird in China, symbolize. But on anyway, we were trying to talk to hear Carol. I heard your life story, sister, but I want to hear your spiritual a little bit, before we move on. So. Do you have any understanding of this one? She often, sometimes I have an understanding of her visions. Most time I'm will be lost.
Sometimes they reveal themselves later. God reveals it later.
It does, huh?
Yeah.
I have a situation, but I don't dare to talk about it. Because your vision is almost similar, like Kim's vision recently.
Oh.
She had it on Tuesday night when you were there. So I don't know the vision 104. She said it, she had a vision. Yeah. She actually used a word called manicure the grass by a still river. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. She don't have a crane, however.
I mean, I read that vision, but I don't remember. That's interesting.
Yeah, so similarity there.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Psalm 23 said, lead to peaceful, what is it called? Peaceful river or something like that.
Maybe beside still waters.
Yes, still water.
God actually had me reading that this morning.
You kidding me?
Yeah, but it was more to the verse of He prepares a table for me in the presence of my enemies.
Yes.
So
here's your table.
Yeah.
Incredible, huh?
Yeah. It's incredible.
Yeah, things of nature is very hard to put in words, How you can teach this stuff with words? It's no needed.
Right.
Yeah. So certain things cannot use a word to teach, No method. Yeah.
It's like that grass that's cut down in its prime. Like when it's growing and flourishing, it continues to grow. But when you mow it down to make it look good, to make it look polished.
I mean, man culture,
Yeah.
Okay.
When in the culture, even like Christian culture.
But the cream making it, it's not supposed to be just any grass, right? And even the roads are like man-made kind of, not real roads, right? Making sense here, So yeah. It's supposed to be planted, right? So that's interesting. That's your spiritual life almost. Hope I don't misrepresent it, So there's certain pursuit, like making a rose, right? And God said, "No, I'm gonna plant you in my river.
Amen.
Let it be fruitful." But the corn is a picture for multiplication. Many seeds of the corn. You see that?
Yeah.
One become many. So. That's a picture of discipleship. Yeah. Well. Nicole used to get excited, so he always tired. So.
I am excited. I'm behaving myself.
Okay. Okay. She that means she don't behave herself before.
It's true.
Oh, gotcha.
Naughty Nicole.
That's me.
Not anymore.
Go ahead, sister. Any thoughts? You don't have to feel pressure when you wrap up for sure, but my time's yours. So. You leave me speechless. Lost words.
I think sometimes I get caught up in my head, and I don't want to. I don't want to say the wrong thing, or I don't want to.
Don't worry about it.
Speak outside of timing. Like you know, some of what we've shared with you, what Jared and I have shared with you, and I don't know. A lot of times I will just hold back things because I am.
Here I am to listen. Well, no.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah, you're here to listen, and I'm like, oh, there might be judgment or condemnation or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It's that fear of not doing or saying the right thing. It's.
Don't worry about it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll be safe here. So, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.